Hey guys, Sean here with Brawl Brothers, joined again by my brother Royal. Don't forget to check him out on YouTube as well, link in the description below. In this video, we're going to skip all the intros and we're going to talk about why bouncing is bad. I threw up a video on my social media pages that some of you guys may have seen. They got a lot of slack from a lot of guys that got offended, guys that probably bounce while they fight. Now, bouncing is bad if you are a beginner. Specifically for beginners, you don't want to bounce when you're practicing because you could develop some bad habits. If you're seasoned and you know what you're doing, of course, movement is good for you. There's a difference between predictable bouncing and movement, so let's talk about it. So what a lot of beginners do is after they shoot their shot, you'll see them just bouncing in a predictable pattern. The first reason that this is bad is because it makes you easy to time. Like you see Royal right now, he's rocking back and forth, right? If I'm a seasoned fighter, I could easily time when he's going back, boom, as soon as he's coming in, right? I could time his movements, right? Based on when I want to hit him. It becomes really, really predictable. And reason number two is you have to set yourself in order to punch, right? You have to set to punch, right? A lot of guys, especially beginners, don't know how to punch while they're bouncing. So they'll be bouncing and then they'll stop and then they'll set and throw their punches, right? And then go back right into their rhythm. So that makes you telegraph. If every time before you punch, you have to stop and then shoot, I'm going to be able to see the punches coming, right? You're not going to be able to hit me. So it's not smart to do if you don't know what you're doing. Guys like Manny Pacquiao, Mike Tyson, they could hit midair, right? You'll see Manny all the time switching up that momentum. He's not doing the same thing. He's feinting, he's bouncing, and then what he'll do is he'll midair, boom, shoot that shot at you, and you won't even know what's coming because he doesn't do it predictably. Sometimes he shoots while he's set. Sometimes he shoots midair. Sometimes he's just feinting you to see how you react. Sometimes he's cutting angles on your ass and tagging you up, right? So if you're seasoned, of course, that can be really good. Footwork, head movement, right? Moving around. If you guys ever seen me shadow box, I'm never still. I'm constantly moving around, right? I'm moving my head. I'm feinting. I'm switching it up. But for beginners specifically, what you want to do is learn how to punch static, right? So even when we practice with Royal, what I tell him is stand still. Learn how to throw that jab without movement, right? So shoot that jab, boom, right back. And you see he's getting back into a bounce. Don't bounce, right? Stand still, shoot that jab. Boom. And then go back static. Learn how to fight static. You'll see Floyd is a master at this. He'll be right here and he won't be moving. He'll just be like just like this. And then he'll, boom, shoot that jab out of nowhere, right? Boom, shoot that right out of nowhere. And then all of a sudden, as soon as his opponent starts getting comfortable, he'll start bouncing on them. He'll start bouncing. He'll put his guard up, right? He'll switch to the Philly shell. And he'll move in every direction in that ring just to throw their opponent off so they can never get set to a specific pattern. You constantly have to shift patterns. So the reason I teach beginners to fight static first is so they don't build a habit of being in the same pattern, right? You don't want to do that. You want to make sure you're constantly switching up on your opponent, and the only way to do that as a beginner is to learn how to fight static, right? Boom. Learn how to shoot without having to step even, right? Learn how to just shoot those shots without having to step, right? So Royal, shoot a jab, shoot a right hand, boom, boom. Learn how to do that static, right? Don't get into a habit of doing the same old bounce because you're just gonna get caught. And once you master shooting statically, that's when you want to start learning how to move around, right? How to move your feet, right? How to shuffle them, how to boom, block, 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 parry, right? Give your opponent different feints, right? And then shoot those punches. Once you start learning how to be static, then you could learn movement, right? This is how I teach people, and so far it's worked out for me. It's worked out for the people that I've trained, and it will work for you if you're open to new information. And one thing I want to say is a lot of coaches disagree on things, and it doesn't mean either one of them is wrong. Everybody has a different style of coaching, and that's why all these fighters have different styles, right? Some fighters fight with their hands to their chin. Some fighters fight more mongoose style, right? And we call it the window at our gym. And some fighters just fight with their hands down completely, right? Breaking all fundamentals in boxing. So you have to be open to new information, and more importantly, you have to know how to do it all. I felt like I had to make this video because I got some outrageous comments, right? Comments like this. and like this. And one guy even said that I've never boxed a day in my life. Not even a day. He didn't even give me one day, right? So I wanted to make sure I address why bouncing is bad, because in the short 1-minute clips that I put up, it's hard to explain everything, right? Just a little tidbit of information it's putting out there, which is dangerous to do with boxing, but it's also the format that works for social media. And that's why this channel exists, so I can dive more in depth into some of these topics. And if you guys have been watching this channel long enough, you know my content is split for more experienced fighters, and then I have specific videos for beginners. This video is specifically for beginners. Bouncing is bad. Get out of the habit of following the same patterns, right? Unless you know what you're doing, you don't want to bounce. You want to learn how to fight statically first, and then learn movement. Also, don't forget to check out the fight store, the link in the description below. And don't forget to check out Royal's YouTube channel, Royal Elite TV. The link is also in the description. There's a ton of information in there to help you get more fit, help you get bigger triceps, right? Bigger biceps, do some curls for the girls, right? All that information is there. And it also has workouts to help you with your core, help you with your muscular endurance, help you with your cardiovascular endurance, all stuff that's also good for boxing. There's some great 5 to 10 minute workouts there that will help you get your endurance up, which will help you in your boxing training. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. In the comment section below, let me know what you guys think about bouncing for beginners and if these points make sense to you guys. Other than that, I'm Sean with Brawl Brothers. This is Roy Georges, and we'll brawl with you guys next time.